this is Betsy Opyt with Healthy Concepts Consulting. Today we're going to be doing a functional food recipe. The functional food I chose to do the recipe for is sweet potatoes, and we're actually going to make a sweet potato hummus. Now I know you can go to the store and buy traditional hummus, but it's so easy to make at home, plus you can use your own fresh ingredients, and it literally only takes just a couple minutes to make. So you can access my recipe on www.healthyconceptsconsulting and sign up for my monthly newsletter. If you send me an email and let me know that you're requesting the May newsletter, I'll go ahead and send you the recipe. But what we're going to do today here is I already got the ingredients set aside here ahead of time. You can use 2 medium sweet potatoes. You can either bake them in the microwave or into the oven. If it's in the microwave, it might take 5 to 6 minutes. Until they're soft, you chop them up. Now, I leave the skins on just because I like the additional fiber into my recipe, but you can also remove the skins if you wish. So we're just going to go ahead and place the 2 sweet potatoes into the Vitamix or food processor, whichever one that you prefer. The sweet potatoes are an excellent source of beta-carotene and vitamin A. Now, one tip that you may not realize is vitamin A is a fat-soluble vitamin, and in order for that vitamin to absorb best in your body, you do need some fat added into that. So in a hummus recipe, it actually does call for oil. Now, you may use an olive oil, or what I like to do is sometimes use a toasted sesame oil. Since the tahini paste, which is in this recipe, is a sesame base, I just think it adds a little bit more flavor. So we're going to add 2 tablespoons of oil, whether it's an olive oil or a sesame oil, into the Vitamix or food processor. Now the next thing we're going to add in are the garbanzo beans. Now you could use garbanzo beans or you could use a white bean, it's your preference. Garbanzo beans are also a chickpea. Now anytime you buy a canned product, you always want to flip around the label and take a look at the sodium content. I always search the shelves for the one with the least amount of sodium, and I happened to win on this one. This one only had 10 milligrams of sodium. So when you open the can of garbanzo beans, you're going to drain off a little bit of the liquid. I maybe saved about a quarter cup of liquid aside just to add if we need to moisten it in with the recipe. Otherwise, I drain off the rest of the liquid. I place it in a colander. I rinse it out really well and drain it. So that's what I have here is 1 can of the garbanzo beans rinsed and drained. So we're going to go ahead and add this right into the Vitamix. So again, you could use a white bean if you prefer. Alright. What we're going to add next is we have lemon juice. I took 2 small lemons and juiced them, so we have fresh lemon juice we're going to add in. And last but not least, we're going to add the tahini paste. You can use any type of tahini paste that you wish. I'm just going to add this one in. It's a quarter of a cup of tahini paste. This is what gives it its nice flavor. This is also a heart-healthy fat. And that is pretty much it. You can add a little salt and pepper. I try to avoid as much salt, so I'm not going to add any salt. Plus, if you have a can of salted garbanzo beans, you really don't need to add any additional salt. But I'll add a little bit of pepper in. And that's it. That's how easy it is. Now, you can vary this recipe if you wish. I did put garlic in as well. I put 1 clove of garlic. You can omit the garlic if you wish. You could substitute out the sweet potatoes for a roasted red pepper. You could use artichoke. You could put spinach. There's so many different varieties to hummus, so you just do what you like. Alright, so we're just going to process this up. Okay. So depending on the thickness of your hummus, this is pretty thick without adding any liquid. So as I mentioned, I set aside a little bit of the liquid for the garbanzo beans that I'm just going to add inside because I like my hummus to have a little bit smoother consistency to it. So I'm going to add maybe about 2 tablespoons worth of liquid back in, and I'm going to puree it again. So I have a perfect consistency. Now I did puree it a little bit longer because I did leave the skins on, which of course we're boosting a little more fiber, and the garbanzo beans have a lot of fiber in itself. So this is a very, very healthy recipe, high in fiber, high in protein, low in calories, but full of flavor, vitamins, and minerals. So we have our wonderful hummus here. Take this out. Now hummus can be used in so many different ways. My favorite way to use hummus is as a dip. So you can just dip it up into a bowl, cut up some fresh vegetables. I have some pea pods here and carrots. Hummus is also wonderful, and a lot of people don't realize this. Instead of a mayonnaise, which is high in fat and saturated fat, you can use a hummus on a pita wrap or a whole wheat wrap and go ahead and put your usual lunch meats or roasted vegetables. So we have a wonderful snack here, very healthy, very tasty. As you can see, very easy and convenient to make. So again, if you'd like to access this recipe, go to www.healthyconceptsconsulting.com and sign up for my monthly newsletter. Enjoy your healthy recipe, have a great day, and have a healthy day. Thank you.